Lakers have won 5 of their last 7 and sit 7 games out of that 8th seed in the West. It's a team full of Utes. Jalen, true or false? This is a successful season for the Lakers so far.
It actually is, because I didn't anticipate this team would be making the playoffs, but their young players have made strides. Kuzma, as a rookie, is leading the team in scoring. Lonzo Ball didn't live up to the hype per se, but he's shown that he can be a productive NBA player. The guys that they've drafted the last couple of years, Clarkston and Randall and Nance Jr., have shown flashes, and obviously Ingram. But if they're going to be a contending team, I don't think their best player is currently on the roster.
Absolutely not. I think it has been a successful season. Here's why. When you're in this position in the summer with this kind of money, all the season is about, especially with young guys, to see who's worth keeping, right? This is an infomercial for everybody. Who do we think can fit in with a couple superstars, or maybe one superstar? Who knows? But it's all about them positioning themselves to see who's who, what do we really have here on the roster. So I think it's been a success.
Well, in some ways, it has been successful. In other ways, no. Because in the ways you guys talked about, of course, we saw the emergence of Kuzma. We see Ingram he's producing. But, you know, this season was about ball. You know, people want to see this guy was supposed to be the next superstar for the Lakers. You know, the second coming of, you know, Magic, you know, so-called. So, I mean, and we haven't seen him in the last month. Nor has he produced like the expectations
we're
given.
Getting ready for his concert in Lithuania.
So, you know, in some ways, yes, because of those guys. But, you know, this season was really all about ball. And he hasn't lived up to the hype. So we'll see if he comes back and has a great end of the year. And then time will tell.
I mean, look, they have 20 wins. They didn't have 20 wins last year until into March. So that's something to look at. And you guys keep mentioning one superstar or maybe a couple superstars. Yeah. We've been watching the Cavs crumble. Is LeBron actually going to come to Los Angeles?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, obviously, you look at their situation in Cleveland right now and say, man, it looks pretty promising that he'll leave. Who knows where he'll go? He's at that age and stage where probably he's going to not stop doing these 1- and 2-year deals. Maybe he'll do a longer deal. So he's going to have to commit somewhere, whether it's Cleveland, Lakers.
I'll tell you one thing, though, Chauncey. If he comes to L.A., it won't be to try to win a championship. You know, he's at the point where if you look at their roster, what can they put together to say, okay, next year they're a contender? Yeah. He's going to come to Los Angeles to expand on his brand. He has a home here. His family loves being in California. They've looked at schools. So that's the only reason I could see him coming to the Lakers. I mean, he's at the
What is that, like an early retirement?
Well, he can expand. You know, he has a great production company that's doing well. He has a lot of great businesses that do well in Los Angeles. So he can expand on his brand. You know, he could be the first billion-dollar NBA player, you know, after basketball. So I can see that.
You don't need Los Angeles for that. He's already built that without it. Look at Russell Westbrook, the exact same thing. They're on commercials. They've become brands without the large market. I don't want to see mercenary LeBron in his 16th year going to Houston for 1 year, seeing what's going on in this other scenario. There isn't a rite of passage for him to be on the best team every year. And we're seeing that take place this year in Cleveland. There are free agents out there that are going to form a new super team at a new squad for him. I don't think Boogie Cousins is shaking loose. I don't think Paul George is shaking loose. So, therefore, LeBron James is best staying in the Eastern Conference, not even coming to the West, because the Warriors and the Rockets are still going to be out there. And I don't think he fits basketball-wise with either one of those teams.
For the record, and we gang up on Paul a lot on this show, but
Who gangs up on Paul?
Paul is the bully. What do you mean?
But Paul,
Seriously?
Paul has been saying that the Cavs aren't going to make it.
We ganging up on him?
Yeah, I think we do sometimes.
They gang up on me because they don't like that I speak facts.
Right.
I've been saying the Cavaliers. I mean, I've been talking about the Cavs since day one. Y'all was with them, and now we get to this point to where y'all are agreeing with me. So it takes a little time to reel these guys in.
You don't always know when there's a genius.
It takes a little time to.
Right.
One of these fake news guys.
I got to give them the little Uzi Vert and sauce them up a little.
Okay, no, now you lost.
What about you guys' handshake?
We're working on after All-Star.